Hey everyone, Bronco 37 here, and today I'm going to attempt to repair my side cover from my 1976 Honda GL 1000. When I started doing the engine rebuild, I rolled the bike out and realized that this lower part that has a locking mechanism on it, on this side cover, had broken off. I have no idea how it happened. I didn't hit anything, I didn't drop anything, it was just hanging there on the bike and it was broken off. So I've seen this stuff advertised on TV before, and there's some pretty compelling videos on the internet of how this stuff actually works, but they're all done by the company, and you guys know how that as seen on TV stuff can actually, you know, how it can not work as seen on TV. So we're gonna give it a try today, and we're gonna see how it works. So what I've done so far is I washed these all up and got any grease and grime and everything off of them, and then I took my my little Dremel tool and I kind of went around and beveled the outside of this, making sure that I was leaving a good amount of the original brake so that I could get this realigned on here. So first I'm going to try the Rapid Fix glue, and I'm going to see if I can get this to stick on there, and then we'll go through with the Rapid Fix glue down the seam, and then we'll dump the welding powder on, and we'll do that on both the back side and the front side, and then hopefully you're supposed to be able to file all that stuff and repaint it, and you know, maybe I can save myself 50 bucks on a new side cover. So let's see how this stuff works. Okay, so I went ahead and I applied a bit of the glue to both surfaces, on this surface and on this surface, on the mating surfaces where they go together, and I just lined that up, you know, as best I could to the original brake. That's why I wanted to leave that on there. And then I just pushed those two parts together and held them for, you know, I counted to 30, and that's it. And already, I mean, I can, you know, I can already move this. I mean, obviously, I mean, it's not magic, you know, I mean, you can't go beating on this thing already. But, I mean, that's already held on there pretty decently enough for me to, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour some of that glue on there. And then I'm going to try that welding powder. Now, I've heard people say that you can do the same exact thing with super glue and baking soda. I have not tried that. This stuff I bought on eBay. It cost me like 10 bucks. But you can see how I've got, if the camera will focus, there we go. You can see how I ground. There's a bevel in there on both sides as best as I could get it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill that with glue, and I'm going to dump the welding powder on there all the way around this thing on the back and the front. And then we'll let it set up and we'll see what it actually looks like. Okay, so here's what I got so far. I went ahead and the blue bottle here is the this is the glue, and then the red bottle here, this is the welding powder stuff. So what I did was I just took this glue and I just bloop 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 all along that seam, and then I went through and I poured the powder all along that seam there, and then I dropped glue on there to make it all moist again. And this is literally, I mean, it's been like 1 minute, and this stuff is already like, I mean, that's some pretty hard stuff. I really wanted to go heavy with it on the back, so, you know, I mean, it doesn't look real pretty here because it's all kind of clumped up, but nobody sees that. It's there on the back side, so I'll try to be a little bit more delicate when I do the side here and across the front. And then you're supposed to be able to file that stuff, and I'm just going to try to smooth this out as best I can, and I'm just going to repaint the lower part of this cover. I mean, this thing is just rattle can painted anyway. At some point I might try to do a better paint job on it, but I kind of like the bike a little bit ratty so long as the motor and everything is running tip top like it's supposed to. So we'll do this front side and we'll see what happens. So now I have this side here rapidly fixed, and this side over here rapidly fixed, and I tried to, you know, I mean, you're dumping this stuff out of a little bottle. It's like powder and glue, you know, it's hard to, you know, get it real pretty and clean looking, but you know, that's what they make grinders and files and all that kind of stuff for. So far we got the back side here, and that stuff is like, I mean, it's hard as a rock, man. And this stuff here, I mean, I just did it. I mean, it's already, I mean, that's pretty well on there. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do along this seam right here. You can see I got some, I let the glue run, it kind of jacked up that paint. And it tells you right there on the bottle, not, you know, that I can do that. You know, if I had a real nice paint job on this thing, I would be a little bit more cautious, but you know, we're experimenting here, so I'm not really worried about that. I can sand. I'll probably sand this whole area here and just kind of repaint, you know, repaint this whole area right here. Just rattle can it, try to make it look pretty. I don't want to cover up my transformer sticker. That's high quality stuff right there. So we're gonna fill in this seam right here. We're gonna dump that powder on there, and we'll see if we can't do a little bit better job, make it look a little bit nicer. And there you have it. And I mean, I literally, I just dumped the stuff on there, and then I put the powder on it, and then I grabbed the camera again, and I mean, already, I mean, that stuff is, you could drill that. I mean, it's hard. It's not really even, it's not wet anymore. Color me impressed so far. I mean, that's, if it actually holds, will be the test. I guess now the next step is to I'm gonna let this set. I mean, it does rapidly set, obviously, but you know, inside there along that seam, it's still wet, and the directions tell you, you know, let it sit for 24 hours for best results. And I'm gonna try to get the best result. So I'm gonna let this thing just set up overnight, and then I'll try to grind it a little bit, smooth it out. We'll hit it with some paint, and we'll see how this stuff works. Okay, so here we are. It's been a week since I shot that last portion, and I was able to grind on this right away and smooth that out. I haven't painted it yet because I want to make sure it was going to hold and let everybody see it. But yeah, I ground on that and hit it with a file and stuff, and this stuff works. It's pretty cool, man. And I was able to grind all that out. And when I first put this on, I had to really push on this because I had a wire ran incorrectly. So I actually stressed this joint right here. Probably, I mean, I had to force this a good 3/8 of an inch to get it where it actually needed to go. I've since fixed that, but point being, I had to stress this joint right here, and it held up, and I've been riding around. I've got 100 miles on it, and this stuff is really awesome. So I'm going to use it for all kinds of repairs, and I wouldn't hesitate to buy it. It's some pretty good stuff. So I would recommend it for anybody for all types of repairs. So this has been Bronco 37. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.